Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic.
What's an NSFW confession you've been dying to share anonymously? Edit. I had a phone name, too. It was Trish. My first job at 18 was as a phone sex operator. This was in the late 90s. I had a headset and everything. It was all done by phone. Online chat hadn't become an industry widely used platform yet. We had male employees too. The company kept track of our average call times. I usually made the top of the list. A life achievement I proudly carry with me to this day. Lot of weird stories from that time. Also, if you've ever gotten a tarot reading from a hotline psychic, good chance you're speaking to a phone sex operator who got promoted to what we called the other side, which was literally the other side of the call center. The other side has me howling. My mom bought me a build your own sock monkey kit for Christmas when I was 13. I started it. One night I saw it just sitting there with the bottom open where cotton was stuffed into it. I fucked it. Then in a fit of remorse and guilt, buried it in the backyard at night. Years later my dog dug it up and brought it inside. My mom has questions but I had no answers, only silence. I'm imagining a young lad out in the yard, middle of the night with a thunderstorm raging around. Face soaked with rain and tears. The sound of the shovel scraping the muddy earth between the thunderclaps. You drop the husk of your sock monkey, a once dear friend given to you by your mother, into the shallow grave. You look down, agonizing over every decision that led you here, silently praying to God to show you another way. Right as you start to cover sock monkey, a blazing flash of lightning illuminates him, sending paralyzing dread through your soul. To be continued. Dude, this is the best fucking response in this thread and I'm absolutely dying at 5:59 a.m. reading this, loudly crying, loudly crying, loudly crying. My ex-girlfriend got me into swinging. She introduced me to a group of neighborhood wives. Then shortly later broke up with me. Why, you may ask? She wanted to break up with me earlier but didn't want to hurt my self-confidence. So she decided to get me in the swinging so I can build up my confidence with other women and she could leave without worry. Update. Wow, didn't expect this comment to blow up this big. Since I got a few DM asking, how can I get into a situation like this, I shall give you all the Cliff Notes version. Don't be a dick, seriously, just be polite and have a common interest that isn't sex related. Be in shape. I'm not talking jacked to the gills with abs, just don't have a beer belly, and work really hard on building up physical stamina. Wear a condom, and always get a full panel blood test at least once a month or every other month. Respect boundaries. Remember that woman holds all the cards in this situation, so you're catering to their desires and the desires only. Be clean, shower every day, keep it nice and hair-free down there, and keep a clean-shaven face. If you insist on having a beard, keep it really short and neat. But always come freshly showered. Brush your teeth and keep a fresh breath. Keep an open mind sexually. You are going to be asked to try a lot of really adventurous things that might make you uncomfortable. At least give it a shot, you might find some new pleasures you haven't experienced. Seriously, don't be a dick. The I for bro, don't tread on me, hyper macho bullshit is a serious turn-off for a lot of women. If some of you are reading this and are offended by this sentiment, keep in mind there is a handful of mature ladies who have told me specifically that these are the traits that they will open avoid at all cost. That's pretty much it. Just act like a functioning adult that has broad interest and has basic human empathy. What an absolute wingman move. Swingman, that's pretty nice honestly. This guy got the premium breakup package. Wish mine had hooked it up like that. Years ago, I was fixing a lag issue with my boyfriend's parents' computer. His dad was the pastor of his church. I was tracking where they downloaded malware and I noticed a ton of sites in browser history about using vegetables as sex toys. The next day they had us help them with their backyard garden. They were growing rows of carrots and cucumbers. Face vomiting, confounded face. My BF kept asking me why I was so quiet and I didn't have the heart to ever say why. So IRL veggie tales. I write smut. I'm a corporate suit type by day, porn fiction writer by night. A commenter said, your fics get me off every single time, one of the proudest moments of my life, and I couldn't even post about it on my regular social media. Edit to add, a different reviewer put sweat droplets as feedback on another story of mine, so I guess he or she enjoyed it, too. Another nice comment I'm proud of but couldn't post about, haha. Congratulations for bringing joy to other people through your creativity. So many people don't even try because they are scared to fail and others keep their work secret. Good on you for sharing your work and being proud of it, glowing star. Thank you so much, your comment means a lot. I get occasional bouts of insecurity because there are so many insanely talented fanfic writers out there, like why should I even bother, everyone else is so good, but I keep going because I know there's at least one person out there who reads my stuff. Thank you again, 2 hearts. I was fucking my wife in the back seat of our car and this guy on a bike rode by, looked in at us and gave me a thumbs up. I gave him a thumbs up back and he rode off. Never told my wife. My high school girlfriend was giving me head in her car outside my house. I was in the passenger seat, she was tucked down under the glove box. My good friend's sister and two random dudes just so happened to walk by. She noticed me sitting in the car but couldn't see what was going on. She starts begging me to step out and say hi. I just kept making shit excuses. The two dudes noticed what was going on and started laughing their asses off. I ended up giving his sister the bag of weed I had with me, knowing she would scurry away to go smoke. This core memory still keeps me up some nights. One time in my, I'm a man by the way, 20s, I was at a sex party having a great time. I got very thirsty after some time in one of the rooms and left fully naked, walking across the house towards the kitchen. I made it about 5 feet away from the fridge and water before a woman stopped me and started giving me head. Which was all well and good, but more than anything, I was really thirsty. At this point a crowd had gathered to watch the spectacle. So now there was a human wall and some dude I don't know locked eyes with me and was like, hell yeah brother, and I asked him to get me a glass of water. So while this girl was putting a show on using my appendage, this little dude ran off and brought me water and I chugged it while getting head. Twice before she was done rolling on the floor laughing. I'll never forget his face of glee. He was like the pit crew to a NASCAR racer. He was all about helping the team succeed. Dude, I'd be a water boy at one of these events just for the spectacle. I'm not really the type for public sex, but I'd watch it go down lol. Water boy at a sex party might not be the thing you think it means, just a heads up, if you will. I ate a donut off a guy's dick twice. MVP, went back for seconds lol. A friend of mine did coke of a dick once. Asked what that was like, she said it was very much like snorting it off any other surface, but instead it was a dick. Sarah, yes. My first boyfriend I had sex with drew a very detailed, extravagantly done nude pic of me and posted it on the internet. It gained a lot of attention. He didn't tell me this for many years, and I've no idea where it is or what it could be under. I wish that I could find it. I was very sexy back then lol. An ex of mine posted a photo of me, without my knowledge, on her NSFW sub a few years ago. It gained 40,000 plus upvotes, made the front page and got loads of comments before he panicked and confessed to what he'd done. I was flattered by all the positive comments, attention, and it really gave me a confidence boost. It had the exact opposite effect on him. He became super insecure and jealous of the attention I was getting. This was one of the reasons we eventually broke up. The post has been deleted now, but I still have a copy of the screenshot with the upvote count. Tears of joy. Why would he post a pic of you on a porn sub without your permission? Isn't that like instant breakup material? The guy in the shoe department cheats on his wife with anyone willing who has a pulse. I don't get it, he looks like Beaker from the Muppets, but the man gets tail. Ever see that episode of King of the Hill where Boomhauer shows Bobby his secret for how he always has women around? And it's just going to a shoe sale and hitting on literally every woman there. Sure, he gets rejected 75 times, but he got 3 phone numbers. I think about this all the time. I keep my socks on during sex. My feet are always cold, and I read once it's harder to orgasm if your feet are cold. I'm female and no guy has ever complained. If anything, I've been told it's cute. I always make sure I put clean socks on. I'm not wearing my dirty socks from the day. Edit, because so many people keep suggesting it. Yes, I wore knee highs or thigh highs sometimes. I would mix it up to keep it interesting and sexy. Oh yeah, girl, that's why they're called business socks. Oh, it's business time, mmhmh. Hold up, I've gotta put on my cum socks. I once got on a pallet on a forklift at work to repair the ceiling in the warehouse I was working at. I had a harness, but it probably wouldn't have helped much if things went wrong. The dumbest thing I said yes to at a job and would never do it again. You've taken NSFW, and you've run with it. I applaud that. I made a fetish video for a guy the first no a couple years ago. He said he's watched it to get off dozens of times, but when he does come he stops the video. He says he's still never gotten to the end of it and it's less than 10 minutes long. Edit, sorry, I wasn't really expecting this comment to be seen. The fetish was stuck porn, and it was extra authentic because it's also one of my fetishes. Tears of joy. May I ask what the fetish is? Sounds intense. Stuck porn. It was extra authentic because stuck porn is also one of my fetishes. Tears of joy. Accidentally walked in on my grandparents once. I still can't look at crochet blankets without shuddering. I moved back home during COVID. I have the money to move out, but my parents don't care if I just save money and stay here. The only reason I haven't moved out yet is I've been hooking up with a neighborhood MILF for over 2 years now and it's awesome. Shout out to my dog for insisting she gets pets from her from the first day we crossed paths walking around the neighborhood. Who's a good wingman? You are. I work in a luxury jewelry brand as a private client manager. Twice I have slept with my clients to increase the sale. They were almost 30 years older than me. Oh, this is salacious and I'm here for it. Lol, salacious. I have heard that is actually quite common in the corporate brand jewelry industry. Indeed, one company became infamous for making it a corporate culture, unwritten policy, and everyone in the company slept with each other and the clients. I find that incredibly ripe for abuse. I hope you weren't pressured into doing so by the company. I don't know which company you are referring to. It's common in the fashion industry hiring younger ladies. They know what they are selling. No, I'm not pressured to sleep with my clients.